Forecasters are predicting an above average hurricane season, so now is the time to start getting your plan in place for you, your family, and your pets. Joining us now is lifestyle expert and New Barker contributor Anastasia Turchetta. Hey girl, it's great to see you.
Thank you for having me back.
Oh my goodness, we always love having you on this show. Especially now with tips like this, because this is the time to start thinking about this stuff.
It really is, and we think about ourselves, and what I find interesting is it's so stressful to leave your home because we can't take everything, but with a little bit of time and preparation, we are able to de-stress our life because we can take our pack to safety, and that really is everything.
And that includes our pets. So what are some of the things that we need to think about?
First, I would say you got to know where to go and who to contact. So where to go would be know your zone. Are you in an evacuation zone? Are you in a flood zone? Or do you live in an area where you're at a higher risk for wildfires? So once you know this, that will help you plan as to where to go. Then you want to know who to contact. So I always look at it, there's 4 points of contact. The first being your veterinarian, right? So you're going to call them and say, hey, I would love to have you email me my updated vaccination records. Also look at medications. Are they getting ready to expire? Because you might want to have an extra one to order. Throw it in the bag. You're good to go. The second point would be pet-friendly hotels, because we don't know where we're going, right? You could go south, you could go north, wherever it is. So this takes a little bit of time, but when you have a big dog like we do with Gibbs, it's not as easy to get into a hotel. So preparing ahead of time is so much easier. Just make sure you look at the cancellation policies. So book your room when you start to notice the weather could shift, because we've all been there, right? Especially during hurricane season.
We have. See, with Marble, I could kind of smuggle her in. Not that I would break rules like that. I might.
I would for Marble. I would do that.
But that's really good advice, to just kind of get a lay of the land of hotels that are pet friendly, you know, and you want to get all of your documentation in place, because you just never know. And that might even include flying out of town, because if you can, you know, a lot of times when people see a big storm coming, at least to the Florida area, they're on a plane and they're gone.
They're gone, exactly. And then, like, when you're looking at who else do I contact, you might want to contact either immediate family and or friends, because what if, like you and I were talking about vacations earlier, what if you are on vacation but something is happening at home? You need to have an emergency point of contact and let them know, is it okay? Let wherever your pet is boarded at, and then that way you know somebody is going to take care of your pet.
Yeah.
So you never know where that's going to happen. And the fourth one would be having this checklist, which I've got them all on my site, and you can just adjust them according to you. But make sure you even have like a pet poison helpline, the number listed. Because when we travel, our pets get into everything. It doesn't,
That's
I mean,
true.
You know, there's new scents, there's new sniffs, and it doesn't matter. Dogs, cats, birds, just to make sure that your pet is taken care of, and at least you've got that go-to number that makes you feel better, and actually could be life-saving.
Yeah, and I love your tip about, you know, leaving the person in charge, because, for example, when we're traveling over the summer, we have somebody come to the house. But to your point, if a storm starts brewing, what does that person do with the dog?
Right.
You know, so that's great to kind of leave a plan B and an action plan if you're not present.
Exactly. It's always good to have an action plan.
Now, do you pack ahead?
I've packed ahead, so this actually helped me. We always have a travel bag with Gibbs because we take him most everywhere. However, it was really good to get everything in the bag, and that way that is a designated evacuation kit. So what I like to say is, and you'll see here, we've got a designated leash with a charger so I can walk at night, because I don't know where I'm going to be. I've got, he picks out his own 2 toys. Then of course, you know, your food bowl, and look, he knows where it's going. We're ready to pack and leave and get to safety. But you want to make sure that you're packing their treats. When you pack their food, always check expiration dates. So he's on kibble. Even if you have canned food, there are expiration dates that food has and treats. It's the biggest tip. Make sure that everything, including medications, all of that is up to date. Information on their ID, so if they're microchipped, even their collar, if you've moved, changed your phone number, that has to be on there so people know and they can connect you with your pet if your pet happens to go missing.
I love that. So you're just saying have a grab bag, because if you do have to evacuate, you have your family to think about.
Yes.
You know, you're grabbing all of these things. Things are going to be hectic. At least with your pet, if you plan ahead and have everything in one spot, you're just going to grab and go.
Absolutely. Just grab and go. It's so much easier. It places less stress on you. Your dog picks up on their energy. It places less stress on them. And you're able to get out safely. And I think that's really the main message, because we're all so worried about what do we take. Here with preparation, you have everything and you're good to go. Your medications, different things like that, I'd say put them in a clear bag that's waterproof, and that way it's easy to take out because you just never know. Your vet will work with you when you can download, your vaccination records. It's just thinking ahead of like what medication. So for example, all dogs usually are on the flea, tick, and heartworm medication. Ask for an extra month, then put that packet or that pill packet into the bag.
Got it. Anastasia, it's always great seeing you.
Thank you for having me.
Tell Gibbs I said hello.
I will do that.
And I'm going to connect you to Anastasia and her lovely dog Gibbs on WFLA.com/Bloom.